Hey guys, we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 6, verses 6 through 11. It says this. It says, "Go to the ant, O sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. Without having any chief officer or ruler, she prepares her bread in the summer and gathers her food in harvest. How long will you lie there, O sluggard? When will you arise from your sleep? A little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed man." It's pretty clear there. Some of you would say, well, listen, this person needs this or that person needs that. And there's a fine line. There's such a balance between helping people and realizing that some people are taking advantage of you and all of that. And I'm not asking you to make that decision today. What I am saying is the Bible's clear about the work you ought to be doing and others ought to be doing. The Bible also says if you don't work, you don't eat. Obviously, we all recognize that there are some who cannot work, and those should be taken care of, obviously. But these verses are very clear to consider the ant. Hey, listen, there's a bunch of free food on the end of a fish hook. I can promise you that. So you have to be very careful about what's just given to you. You'll always appreciate that which you work for very hard. Other people, if it's given to them and given to them on a regular basis, can complain about just about anything. Look at Israel and manna and all of the things, and quail, and how sickened they got of it after a while, and all of that. And we all tend to be very selfish that way, including myself. God's given us so much. But I'll tell you this, it's pretty clear here. It's like if you want to succeed, you're going to have to work. Consider her ways. Lady chief or officer or ruler, she prepares her bread in the summer and gathers her food in the harvest. She's preparing. The ant is preparing. You ought to prepare. You ought to be willing to prepare. How long will we lie there, old sluggard? What are you doing there, lazy butt? It's like, goodness gracious, get going. If you want something, go make it happen. When will you arise from your sleep, the word says. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will creep up on you. Sure will, like a robber. And want like an armed man. They're just going to come upon you and just take what you've got. If you're not willing to work, everything you've got will be taken from you. It's true also of churches. Somebody said, well, I want my church to succeed. Well, succeed's kind of a weird business type word. But I'll tell you this, I know what you mean. You want your church to grow and disciple and teach, and you want people to come, and you want people to enjoy it. Well, praise God. There's nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing. What kind of work are you going to put into it? What are you putting into it? Or are you a sluggard in church? Do you just come and listen and walk out? Or do you serve? Do you serve on a regular basis? Do you help those who need help there in your church? Doing whatever it is that they need you to do. Well, there you go. It's right there, guys. The Bible's very clear. Let's get off our butts. This is TRC version of what you just read. Think about that ant. Works very hard all the time to make sure it has what it needs. You should do the same and allow God to bless you as a result of your effort. Love you guys.